Hello, welcome to part 11 of Angular complete series Custom Commands, represented by tutorial polls. In this lecture, we will explore custom commands and why are we required to write custom commands. Custom commands are used to combine multiple commands or wrapping of complex commands and assign them with a simple name. We have been already executing ngserve command to host and browse the application in development mode. And we know that this command is coming from Angular CLI. Now, if you see in package.json, we have this section scripts here. Under this section, if you see along with other commands, we have this ngserve assigned to name start. Let's run start command instead of running the ngserve and observe the terminal. Type npm start, press enter, and see it's actually executing ngserve and does the exact same thing what ngserve was doing. Alright, let's break this execution and open the browser. Now open the URL angular.io/cli/serve. See below here, we have couple of options which can be used to configure the ngserve command. When we run only ngserve, it gets executed with all default options. For each configurable options, we can see here possible values and their default values. If you see this host option, its default value is localhost. And this is why our application is launching on localhost. We will not change this. Let's change the port. If you see here, the default port for application is 4200. We can use this -- port to configure the port for our application. In scenarios where you want to run multiple applications parallelly, you would be required to change the port of applications because all applications can't run on the same port simultaneously. And also, if you see this option --open, which is holding default value as false, and also see here it has alias, so instead of using --open, we can use -o only. --open can be used to ask Angular to launch the default browser. Let's change the default port from 4200 to 4500. Run the command ngserve space --port equals to 4500. Press enter. Application is building. Now our application will be opening at port number 45. Let's try opening the localhost 4200 first and see it's not working because our application is running on different port now, that is 4500. Now let's change the port to 4500 and see application is loaded now. The problem with this command is each time when you want to run your command you have to type everything, which is cumbersome. Also, when you get a new member in your team, you have to remind him of all options which he must include to run the application properly. The better way would be wrap this command in scripts start and simply run npm start. Okay, let's add this command in start. Add it after serve. Space --port equals to 4500. Now let's run the npm start. See, it has simplified our work. There is one more problem. Each time when we run the ngserve command, we have to open browser and type the URL. Wouldn't it be great if we configure --open option and let our application launch the browser? Let's add --open equals to true as well. Now let's open the browser and VS Code side by side and run the npm start and watch the progress. Application is building. And application is launched. Awesome. our application has opened a new tab in browser and loaded the application. Now you might be understanding how helpful it is to wrap all your options with a simple name. Let's finalize this command. Remove the port, let it run on the default port for the time being, but keep --open flag as true and change --open to -o as --open has the alias. Moving forward, I will be executing the npm start instead of ngserve. If you see here under CLI command references, we have all commands, and by opening them, we can see possible options available to configure. You can use this URL for reference in future when you are working on real-time applications. Moving forward, we will configure our production command. For the time being, we will leave this with our ngserve command configured. Alright, so that was it for this lecture. Thank you and see you in the next lecture.